What's up, everybody? We're going to be discussing the ban list and what I think should really happen to it in terms of the future. I mostly just believe that we should just follow what the OCG has done and just outright ban Plush Fire and Damage Juggler. Because I believe that these two cards alone make Reform Pals really unhealthy for the game. Most because, well, I mean, it's just they're just really unfair cards. The Damage Juggler sure is once per turn, but it searches out the entire deck, and Plush Fire is not once a turn. So another card that is worth, this is going to be we're going to move off the limits now. But a card that is worth limiting now is Wavering Eyes. I actually took a really harsh stance on this card not being limited, but since Twin Twister is a card and it does exist, we really don't need this card unless you're playing a Pendulum deck. However, I think that since it's being played in Pendulums, it gives it more of a reason to hit it, simply because, well, it does so much for a deck. So next we're going to look at Wisdom Eye Magician. Again, just copy paste from what the OCG has done in the past with Pepe and before Mage and Pals. So just basically taking this off their direct route. So basically saying that this card is really too good. Sure, and this card's also not once a turn, so that has to be set. An example must be set. Next, I'm thinking that we should hit Cosmos slightly. And one of the major ships other than Darkfire is Dark Destroy is Slip Strider. Basically, what this card does is it's an MST that when it dies, you summon a Farm Girl from your deck. Farm Girl basically summons anything else from your deck that you want. So having that kind of accessibility, being able to float and pop cards at the same time is generally only seen in Burning Abyss, and it's generally frowned upon anyway. So, Solemn's right. I also don't think this card should get hit though, but I had to put something on here to slow it down. I don't think this card will get hit if it does. But generally speaking, that this card's fine though. But I mean, it might get hit. This is my predictions of what might happen. So next we have Dmock, because, well, that random structure deck came out with the reprint, so it might as well just come back. Next is Excitonite. I want this card to be at 1. Actually, it can go to 3 because most people won't play this more than at 1. So people often complain about this card being the card that helps you when you're behind. This card doesn't really do that if you're behind, because if you already lose to if you're forced to play this card, you probably already have lost to begin with. So this card doesn't really do much. It's also just a deterrent to most Pendulum decks. It gives non-Pendulum decks a combat stance. It gives them the ability to move to combat Pendulum decks in general. So yeah. Next, we move on to cards that should go to 2. Thunder King Ra, I think this card is fine at 2. The OCG, I believe, has it at 3. So that should tell you a thing. And their formats are relatively similar to ours right now. So Bottomless can go to 2 because, well, again, Bottomless is at 3 in the OCG, and, well, you know how that goes. So next is Compulse. Compulse is one of the more useless traps right now because it's meant to be at 3. It's like MST. MST is meant to be at 3. So is Compulse. So next card that should go. These are cards that should go to 3. These are like random things, but Necroface doesn't see any play, so I might as well just get it out of the way. Same thing with Ceasefire. I mean, sure, and Linting Dragoons because of Mermails. I think this card is fine. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you guys think should be hit on the list. Tell me what should come off the list. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. And this is just signing out.